Hello everyone, I'm Captain Eric Thors, Commanding Officer of Recruit Training Command. I welcome you to the virtual edition of our recruit graduation ceremony. Even though you can't be here in person, it is important to be able to share this experience with you, the families and friends watching this significant milestone online. Next time you see your sailor, I'm sure they will have many stories to tell you about their boot camp experience. But first, allow me the opportunity to tell you our side of the story.
Hurry up, let's go. Get on the bus, let's go.
Recruit Training Command is the quarterdeck of the United States Navy.
Good order and discipline will be maintained 24/7. Proper military posture will be maintained 24/7.
Every enlisted sailor begins their naval career here, and our mission is fairly simple. It's to transform civilians into smartly disciplined, physically fit sailors ready for follow-on training and service to the fleet. And while doing so, to instill in them the highest values of honor, courage, and commitment.
You are no longer a civilian. Whatever you were before is now over. You are about to begin a journey that's going to make you a part of the greatest naval force the world has ever known. This training will not be easy. It wasn't meant to be.
Our training environment is controlled chaos.
You guys stop disciplining us!
And while it may not seem like that to the recruits, each and every event has meaning and purpose.
You're gonna sound off at the top of your lungs. Do you understand?
Yes, sir! We are designed to develop skill sets that sailors can carry throughout their entire career. We push hard on physical fitness. Watch standing.
Stop looking, man. Look! Try it. Read it and look.
And creating a warrior mindset.
Now with the mental scan, you're going to be focused on your mind.
A true body, mind, and soul approach.
When I say gas, 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 you'll have 5 seconds to down your faces, tighten your straps, check floor seal, and put your hands in your pockets.
All of our recruits receive training that will help them the second they get to the fleet.
This side, put your glasses down, all the way.
Firefighting, damage control, weapons and seamanship. Our recruits get hands-on training and application with them all.
Stand by.
Airman, 2 weak airman. All right, put your ears on.
Again, one breath. Face comes up, one breath, back down.
So I need everything you got, because once we start this evolution again, I'm going to expect you to adapt, overcome, and be.
Petty officer, all lines man and ready! Petty officer, all lines man and ready!
Work together as a team, execute the mission, and the next time I see you, you'll be sailors. Hoo-yah Navy.
Everything they learn is tested in a battle stations.
Identify yourself.
Chief, Division 001, man and ready for battle session, Chief.
Very well.
We will not relax anything that is on you. Now, do you understand?
A 24-hour event where the recruit ceases to exist
First shot!
and a sailor is forged. Navy boot camp really is a machine with a swarm of moving parts, all working towards the same goal, making a sailor. The sailors forged here are the bedrock of our naval forces. They give our Navy its combat edge and enable us to help keep this nation secure. Each of them you see here today has earned the right to wear the uniform recognized throughout the world as a symbol of freedom. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the newest and sharpest sailors in the United States Navy.
Division 205, commanded by Chief Petty Officer Adam Jepson, Petty Officer First Class Marcel Chapman, Petty Officer Second Class Kiana Jordan, and their Recruit Chief Petty Officer, Seaman Recruit Roderick Short from Shreveport, Louisiana. Division 206, commanded by Chief Petty Officer Courtney Gandy, Petty Officer First Class Christian Phelps, Petty Officer First Class Jose Santos, and their Recruit Chief Petty Officer Seaman Recruit Sidney Mandrino from Aberdeen, Maryland. Division 213, commanded by Chief Petty Officer Sarah Laughlin, Petty Officer First Class Chelsea Satchel, Petty Officer First Class Eduardo Di Francisco, and their Recruit Chief Petty Officer, Seaman Recruit Jenelise Guzman Torres from Quintano, Puerto Rico. Division 220, commanded by Petty Officer First Class Shatavia Howell, Petty Officer First Class Ryan Vanderstow, Petty Officer Second Class Nia Lake, and their Recruit Chief Petty Officer Seaman Recruit Natasha Watson from Anderson, South Carolina. Division 221, commanded by Petty Officer First Class Ana Morero Suarez, Petty Officer First Class Thomas Jordan, and their Recruit Chief Petty Officer, Seaman Recruit Jacoby Ruth from Conway, Arkansas. Division 222, commanded by Chief Petty Officer Jared Knight, Petty Officer First Class Apneres Mieses, and their Recruit Chief Petty Officer, Seaman Recruit Rebecca Swocek from San Antonio, Texas. Division 223, commanded by Chief Petty Officer Ashley Kempton, Petty Officer First Class Andrew Thompson, Petty Officer Second Class Jake Morton, and their Recruit Chief Petty Officer, Seaman Recruit Drew Thornsborough from Clearwater, Florida. Division 224, commanded by Chief Petty Officer Heather Davala, Petty Officer First Class Andrew Ashcraft, and their Recruit Chief Petty Officer, Seaman Recruit Ivory Crenshaw from Rainier, Washington. Division 225, commanded by Chief Petty Officer David Alvarado, Petty Officer First Class Miles Smith, and their Recruit Chief Petty Officer Seaman Recruit Grant Lackney from Vinemont, Alabama.
Congratulations, sailors. You've all made it. You're graduating from boot camp and doing so in a time of extraordinary circumstances. Today, we recognize your transformation from civilian to sailor. A sailor is a member of a profession, forged through shared adversity, confident in their abilities, and certain in their conviction that they are ready to handle any challenge. The RTC staff and your RDCs see these traits within each of you. I personally could not be more proud of how you have risen to the challenges we presented and proven that you have what it takes to be members of our Navy and profession of arms. While your time here has been different than others have experienced in the past, fundamentally, most things haven't changed. Like every sailor, you've been trained in firefighting, damage control, seamanship, small arms, and watchstanding. You proved you were tough, mentally, morally, and physically. You showed you could work as a team, both relying on one another and being relied upon. You demonstrated the warrior spirit of sailors and earned the right to wear that title. The coronavirus has certainly impacted your experience, but the Navy is inherently flexible and agile and excels when faced with challenges, just like you've all done here during boot camp. But we're not just congratulating you today. We're welcoming new members of the Navy family watching from afar. While I wish you could all be here in person, I'm glad I'm at least able to virtually welcome you. The term Navy family isn't just a slogan, it's a real thing. And I'm going to let you families in on a secret. We need you to love and support us throughout our service to our nation. Thank you for your love and support of your sailor. You are truly part of our family and essential to the Navy. To the sailors graduating today, well done. We are all very proud of you. Take care of one another and stay in the fight.
Throughout your time here, you've been taught toughness. You have been taught to run to the fire. You have been taught to deal with acute stress, how to process it, and still move forward. You've been taught all that stuff. You've been taught to overcome challenge, and you have overcome challenges. The fact that you're sitting here today says you've done that. Because here's what I'm going to tell you. You're going to be tested. It's coming. One of you is going to be sitting in your gym, working out, and you're going to hear a loud crash off the back of your ship. And when you get up topside, a helicopter with 25 people has hit the back of the ship and fell in the water. And now you go to mass casualty and start rescuing people. One of you is going to be eaten on the mess decks, and you're going to hear the flight deck fire alarm go off. And you're going to run to the flight deck to suit up, and there's a Harrier jet with 2 500-pound bombs on board, a pilot in the cockpit, and the plane's on fire. And you've got to go combat the fire. One of you is going to be sitting in combat off the coast of Africa, and you're going to hear missiles inbound. This is not a drill, and you're going to have to react. Everything I just said has happened to our Navy in the last 4 years. And sailors like you responded and took action. Your test is coming. Are you ready?
Yes,
Weak. Are you ready?
Yes,
I am proud of each and every one of you. You are absolutely the generation of sailors I want to go to war with. Be proud of what you've done. Earn it every day. I'm proud to call you shipmate. I look forward to seeing you in the fleet. I look forward to seeing you at graduation tomorrow. Congratulations to your parents. Hoo-yah.